Hey people,
Hello.
it's week 7.
Week 7.
Got a little guest star of the show today. Diesel's here. He just had a bath
Yeah, fresh out of a bath.
because it was so muddy here
Oh
because
my
it
gosh.
poured for like a day and a half.
Yeah.
And so Diesel needed a bath. So now he's being a sucky little baby. So he's gonna curl up, say hello, say hi.
Say hi to the
So
people.
if you don't know who Diesel is, he's our little chihuahua.
Mm-hmm.
He's currently 14 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had him since he was a baby. And now Douglas has adopted him in
Yeah.
as his own.
He's still warming up to me.
He's a little old man now, you know?
Mm-hmm. I feel like my hat blends in with this. Our blinds.
Yeah. So, what happened this week? Let's talk to the people.
Talk to the people, tell them.
What happened this week? We're in Tampa. Well,
Yeah.
technically we're in Bradenton. That's where our RV park is. That's where
Yeah.
we're staying. Today we went to St Petersburg,
Mm-hmm.
but we've been mostly in Tampa, hanging out. We had a brunch cruise this
Yeah.
week with the Christian Singles Hub, which was so fun. We had about 25 people on that with us, which
That's
is
so
awesome.
good. Yeah. A lot of fun. There was a little what do you call those things? Like it's like not bongo drums, but it was like one of those like Jamaican drums maybe. Like it's like a steel drum that's got like a, I want to use the word synthesizer, but that's not the word I'm thinking of. But it was like bung bung bung. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those drums. And so they were playing music and you can dance, and yeah, it was just a fun little cruise around the bay.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good. Good little event to host. People were dancing, have fun. I had a lot of people say they really enjoyed themselves, which is awesome. Yeah, we've been here for a week. Tomorrow we leave. Tomorrow we go to Panama City Beach, where we will host our first retreat of the year with Christian Singles Hub. So that's fun.
Yeah. And
bless you.
Yeah, it's been, so we are like this RV, every RV park that we're at is a little different. So like some of them are just like a piece of concrete, like a parking lot.
He's trying to fit because he's had a bath. Don't mind him.
And like, yeah, so everywhere we pull in, you just don't really know what to expect. Some are small, some are big, some you're right on top of each other, some you're not. And this one we pulled into.
Oh yeah, it was very unique.
And it's like it's a campground behind an actual like farm. So they have strawberries. You can go, like, they have strawberry fields. You can go pick your own strawberries.
They have a petting zoo.
They have a petting zoo with like alpacas and just like miniature horses, and
they do have mini donuts too.
Oh yeah, they do.
That's what you were gonna say, right?
No, I was
mini donuts, mini alpacas, mini donuts. They do have mini donuts too. And they have pizza.
Yeah.
And they have a farmer's market.
And you better believe.
No, we haven't got there. Farmer's market. And they have these weird stray cats everywhere, which is so weird. They scared me so many times. We go to the farmer's market and there's just a cat laying somewhere random.
But it's like hidden.
It's hidden. They like blend in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my goodness.
They'll be in like a box. And there'll be like all these vegetables and like honey and all these different things. And then there'll be like a box, and then there's a cat. And it's like, whoa, like it scares you. And they're everywhere. Like
there's a lot of them.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yes, we did try the mini donuts. That's not what I was thinking of.
We did try mini donuts.
I got the apple cider.
And I got cinnamon sugar.
Yeah, hers is better.
Always.
Yeah, she always picks the better one. Like anything we get, I feel like it's always like, okay, I'm gonna try this, you're gonna try that. She picks something. I always end up loving what she picks. And you would think that I would like
know by now.
Yeah, and like just go like, okay, she wants cinnamon sugar, I'm for sure getting like 6 of those. But no, I always try something else, and then I try hers, and I'm like, gosh darn it, I should have went with what she got. Even today, like I went and we got ice cream, and I tried it, and I'm like, man, like I got a coffee, and I'm like, man, I should have got some ice cream.
You know, I always choose best.
She does. true.
Yeah, today was fun. We went to, like we said, St. Petersburg,
Yeah.
went down to the pier, walked around. It was not a really hot day, but nice, and just
nice.
like you could still walk around and not be cold.
Yeah.
But it wasn't also in shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah.
But the last day and a half, it's rained like
My goodness.
poured
What?
here. So we've been having a chill day and a half. We hosted a cruise, and then it like downpoured right after the cruise,
Yeah.
which was nice. Good timing. And then we had just like chill day and a half, which was I think so needed
Yeah.
because this journey,
It's
this
exhausting.
tour, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's like every week, even tomorrow, it's like wake up early, travel to the next place. And it's awesome, but it's just like I wish we had more time in each place
Yeah.
because it feels very tiring. So yeah, that was nice to have some downtime.
Yeah, I think it's been challenging to like be not in vacation mode but be in work mode, but try to like balance the two out because obviously we want to have some fun while we're out and about and like the places that we are. Like
we want to see
of
the
course
places
you
we're
want to see
going.
where you're going and not just be like, okay, here we are, and then move on. So it's like, yeah, trying to find that balance, and I feel like we're slowly stepping into like finding a good groove.
But I think it's
But
also
it's
like
hard.
one of those places where, or one of those things where, like, because we're going so many places, like some of the places we're going to probably aren't that desirable to
Yeah.
like go out and do all the things, and that'll be like our downtime. And then
Mhm.
the places where like, oh my gosh, we want to see all the
Yeah.
things, they'll be like our go time,
Mhm.
So
Yeah. And we got, I don't know if we told the people, but we got like a map
oh
on,
yeah, our
so
map.
yeah, so we can track now. We put a sticker on every state that we go to and stay in. So as we go along, this map that we got will start to fill up. So maybe we'll go out there and show you as we get rolling. We'll take a little picture of it and keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's fun. And you got to meet some friends from
Oh yeah,
Canada.
that was so sweet this
Yeah.
week. So one of my girlfriends that I knew in Toronto, I was really good friends with her. She actually married someone from Tampa or who lived in Tampa. So she's been living down here for the last 2 years. So we haven't actually seen each other in probably about 2 years. And she's actually literally having a baby this week. So it was so sweet to see
Yeah.
her and catch up. And it's just crazy to me how much can happen in 2 years. It's wild. Like our lives are significantly different than they were when we last saw each other. And yeah, just such a reminder of like just enjoy where you're at right now. You're the season you're in right now because literally it could drastically change in the next year. And I mean, looking at my life over the last year,
I was just
it's
gonna say.
drastically changed. So yeah, that was really sweet. And then my friend Natasha, who I know also from Canada, but also have seen her a lot in Nashville. We got to meet up as well, and that was awesome.
Yes.
And then we got to go on a double date with Bree and her husband Julian, which is awesome. And then yeah, it was just so nice because I think I've mentioned on this a few times before that sometimes it feels really lonely being on the road full time because you can't just call up your friends and go hang out. And I miss that. And so that was really sweet to be able to go and actually like hang out with your friends. And even though we're doing so many events and like meetups and community gatherings for people, it's still like it's different because that is work to me. And it's nice to just be with your friends and just be off and not be in work mode. So that was really lovely. Tampa's been awesome. We've
Tampa's been
actually,
awesome.
yeah, we'd love to come back and explore more. Some of the neighborhoods we visited, like Hyde Park was really beautiful. That's a place we went for dinner with Bree and her husband. And then yeah, it's been really, really beautiful.
We're at the pier today,
yeah.
St. Petersburg Pier. It just got redone and it was like one of the bigger areas where people are saying to go. And yeah, we had a lovely time. It was really great.
Yeah.
It
Um,
reminded you a lot of Vancouver.
yeah, I can't wait to take him to Vancouver and because I lived in Vancouver for 11 years and right on the water there and yeah, so I'm excited for that little week. What else has been going on? I know last week we talked a lot about my back and just the healing and it's so interesting because we've actually noticed, or I've noticed. So Saturday we hosted an event and it started hurting at the event. Yeah. which is like interesting, you know? And then like Sunday, I was just like out for the count, which it was a rainy day, so we just chilled in anyways, but it was really challenging. And then like looking back, it's always seems to be that on Saturdays it bothers me, and then Sundays I'm like out. And so yeah, it's kind of it's interesting, and it's always like Saturday we're hosting something, or Sunday we're going to church. And it always tries to wipe me out during that.
Gotta go.
It's gotta go.
Cast it down in Jesus' name.
We've been taking communion actually, and I highly recommend if you don't take communion, I think it's a powerful, powerful tool. And I love that. Even on the top of these, it says it's a miracle, the miracle meal.
Yeah, I love that.
And that's just so true. Is so we've just been praying and taking communion and just believing that the pain will be. It's because it's so weird. Like literally leading up to the week, and I had no pain, and then all of a sudden pain, and then again like today I'm good. And so yeah, it's just interesting to see, and so truly think it's a spiritual battle that we're facing. So
fighting.
We're gonna keep fighting.
Keep praying.
So yeah, keep praying for us. For my back specifically, but I am free indeed.
Yeah.
And yeah, I felt the healing powers. So now I'm just standing on it.
Yeah. And I think we're excited for the retreat. We're heading there, like Michelle said, we're heading there in the morning. So we're actually, normally we check out like, I think like 10, 11 o'clock. But this one's a little longer because we're not going to Jacksonville anymore. So that was our actual next stop was Jacksonville, but we're actually heading to Panama City instead. And so it's 6 hours, 6.5 hours from here, like straight. And normally we make, one or two stops. So we're heading out early in the morning. And so we were just packing things up, and it takes a little bit to get rolling in the morning, like as you pack everything up. And I think it takes a little longer than I even anticipated, because it's like one thing and then another thing, and packing it, making sure everything is secure and good, and checking the tires. And so, it's just important to kind of run around and do a full check and make sure we're good to go. And
and then we always like stop when we stop and like settle at the next place. He always like does all the outside stuff, and I completely clean the inside because the amount of stuff you track into an RV is crazy. Like in 1 week the floors get disgusting. So I tackle the inside and clean everything, and you do all the outside stuff, and it works really well just as a team. And then I'll work from the road, and then you'll work when we get there, basically. So they're
longer days, but it is what it is.
And praise God for your job being so flexible and allowing you to be on the road and driving, and to be able to just make up that time elsewhere.
7 weeks in, babe.
7 weeks in.
What is one thing that you've enjoyed the most about this trip? 7 weeks in.
I think like work-wise, I've been so focused. Like we've gotten so much done. I'm able to do so much more because there's way less distractions. Oh my gosh, I don't know why it had a little thumbs up. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know why.
What the heck?
I don't know if that's gonna show on the recording, or
that'd be kind of cool if it would.
So I think like work-wise, I've just been able to be so productive. I think not having much stuff. It's like, obviously living in a big house, you can get wrapped up in like, oh, this needs to be clean, this needs to be done, this needs to be washed, this needs to be whatever. Whereas like there's not really much we could do. Like I said, I clean everything when we get to our next location, so we're like good for the week. And then we set up, and so it's like I don't have those distractions that can easily happen. And so work-wise, I've been just so productive. We've had like record months since the beginning of the year, which is awesome. We're just seeing such growth, which is so cool. So I love that. I love that like it slowed us down, even though it hasn't slowed us down at all, but it has in our terms, because usually we're going like 150 miles an hour. Now we're going like 100 miles an hour. So as much as we're not where we will hopefully one day be, we are getting there, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it slowed us down. We've had a lot of like game nights and movie nights and just like been able to just stop and breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that we cook more at home. We don't eat out a ton like we used to when we were in Nashville.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love just being able to see all these new places. It's amazing and so fun.
Yeah, I
What
think
about you?
I think I'm like just so in awe of like even today we were driving and I was like, babe, look, it's this like this bridge is incredible. And she looks at me and she goes, you love big things, don't you? Or is that what you said?
I said, wow, you really have a thing for bridges, don't you?
Oh yeah. And
Him and his bridges. Every time, "Dad, look, there's a bridge." I'm like, I've seen a bridge before. Like, I know what bridges look like. Like, he's so fascinated by them.
Yeah, like we were in Tampa and there's a port, and so all the cruise ships come in. So they're massive,
Fascinated by it.
massive cruise ships. Like,
And I used to work on cruise ships. It's not fascinating to me. I used to live on that thing for 9 months of my life. Like,
yeah, but and I've been on
it's
them
taken
too.
all that away.
So
all that excitement.
It's not like I've never seen a cruise ship. Like I've been on many with my family, but I think it's just like I don't know why I've had, and it's weird. Ever since we started this trip, I've like been fascinated by like God's creation and like the mount. Like we were
It's
going
not
through.
even God's creation though. It's
No, but
like bridges and cruise ships.
Yeah,
which I'm pretty sure were made by
no, but
man.
I'm saying like I'm saying like the mountains as we're going through in Gatlinburg and like the sunsets and like today we were driving over this bridge in St. Petersburg and I looked out and the ocean and like just the water and it just was like never ending and sunsets and yeah, I don't know, like I just have a thing like today we were by this pier and there was an airport and I
Yeah,
was like, this is so cool seeing planes come down and planes take off.
I don't think it's just God's creation because it's man's creation that
Yeah, but it's God's
fascinated
creation too, like sunsets and sun, and you could care less about it, and I think it's
Hey,
so
no,
fun.
I love sunsets and sunrises, and I love being by water. But I think, like, I also lived in Vancouver for 11 years where I was by water all the time. So, like, it's just different. Like, I've experienced, like, yeah, and it's like the mountains. I've lived in Vancouver where the mountains were literally everywhere. And, like, it's
Okay.
just different for me. Like, and I think that's it. It's so true that way because I felt that way for a long time because in my 34 years of being on this earth, I've done a lot in my life compared to most people. And so I feel like people that haven't experienced certain things get super like fascinated and in awe of them. And I'm like, I've seen it all. Like that was, it's like I was telling you earlier that like when you live by a beach, you don't really go to the beach. Like that's not really a thing that I mean, you might once in a while, but it's not, something like that. People that go on vacation to beaches are like, this is amazing. If I lived here, I'd go to the beach every day and I'd always be at the beach. Like, not usually. Like, honestly, and I'm sure some people that can attest to if you live by the beach and you probably don't go to the beach every day. And so I think, yeah, it's like one of those things that it just becomes like that's so normal to you that it's not like this excitement, which is fun because I get to see that excitement through your eyes that I once had.
Yeah.
But I feel like because I just got so accustomed to it and so used to it, I don't.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. And I think I just like, I don't know, I like having like using my hands. I think like big trucks and things like that. Maybe that's just a guy thing too.
Probably just a guy thing.
I
don't know. Tell us in the comments. Is that a guy thing?
Tell us in the comments.
Yeah. So other than that, not a lot going on.
Yeah, week 7. It's crazy.
Oh, we blew a tire on the way here.
Oh.
We didn't. I don't think we told the people about that.
No.
Maybe we did on the last call. Maybe we didn't. I don't remember. But we blew a tire going 75 down the highway. Not fun. Don't recommend it. But this guy's handy. And we were able to get it all fixed up. And then he switched all the tires on the RV because we don't need that happening again.
No. And we didn't know like how long they had been and the other couple that owned this. And actually we took the tires off and they were 2018 and 2017 tires. And so it's just good. It's a little bit of money, but In the long haul, like we're literally traveling
In the
all
long
year.
haul?
The long haul, I said. I said roll? The long roll. That's what I said? Okay, the long haul. The long haul.
The long haul.
We're gonna go on this trip and we're on here for the long haul. She always laughs at me about things I say.
Always.
So the long haul, yeah, that's what we're doing. And we're always traveling and moving. So
Yep.
we gotta have good tires.
Yes. So we changed them
So
all.
we got them all changed.
Got it all good.
Got the spares changed.
Yep.
And we're ready to roll.
So I guess that's all our update for today. Huh?
Yeah, it's been a
Jeez.
good.
It's been a what?
You're over here. You can't even.
Oh, Diesel's biting you now. He's upset.
Michelle just always got to be doing something.
I know.
With her hands.
Look, I'm all wet because I bathed Diesel and he's wet, and so I just literally soaked.
Goodness. But yeah, that's what we got. Week 7.
Week 7, and how many more to go? A lot more.
A long more to go.
But thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, next week we're gonna be live.
Oh yeah,
calling it out right now because we got good internet.
Yeah, except we're gonna be in Alabama Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going live from a church parking lot. We're staying,
praise God.
We're staying in Alabama.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
So good.
It'll be fun. Yeah, I think we'll have some cool updates because we haven't we haven't like just went and harvest hosted and like used this different platform that
yeah, we'll tell you all about it next week.
Check it out.
So good. Well, that's all for us tonight. We will see you guys next week. We're going live. You've heard it here first. 5 p.m. Monday. And we shall see you then.
Bye.
Bye.